Chelsea may move for Brighton midfielder Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo is not expected to be at Brighton for much longer, and Chelsea are one of the clubs reportedly hoping to take the Ecuadorian away from the seaside club. Graham Potter brought Caicedo into the Premier League, and it now seems he wants to bring him to Stamford Bridge to play for Chelsea. Any deal will likely depend on the club's pursuit of Enzo Fernandez and how that ends. Caicedo has also been linked with Manchester United and Liverpool. According to Ben Jacobs of CBS Sports, there is a belief that Chelsea could move for Moises Caicedo from Brighton. Graham Potter is a massive fan of the player. Caicedo has been linked with a move away from Brighton since he broke into the first team under Potter. Brighton are said to want around £70 million for the midfielder. Despite recent rumours, Liverpool have not opened talks with Caicedo as of yet. There is definite interest there, and Liverpool tend to do their business outside of the public eye. Newcastle also have an interest as Dan Ashworth, formerly of Brighton, has wanted Caicedo at the club since he joined. Brighton are unlikely to allow Caicedo to leave in January. Chelsea are currently in talks with Enzo Fernandez, and if they can agree a January deal for the midfielder, Caicedo will likely go elsewhere. If not, a summer move is certainly something that could happen between Chelsea and Moises Caicedo, and it's one to keep an eye on. Chelsea target Declan Rice not for sale in January. Declan Rice is the number one target for Chelsea in the midfield position, and it has been that way for a long time. The former Chelsea Academy midfielder is very likely to return to the club one day. That day, however, is very unlikely to be in January, as West Ham United declared today that they would not be selling Declan Rice under any circumstances in January. A summer move is likely, but January has been absolutely ruled out. As reported by Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea target Declan Rice is not for sale in the January transfer window. The manager of West Ham United, David Moyes, was speaking on the situation today, and he had the following to say: "There will be no chance Declan Rice leaves in this window, no way. Impossible." West Ham are expected to speak to Rice over the course of the next few months about his future. The expectation is for him to leave in the summer transfer window. The club know they will not be able to keep hold of the midfielder for much longer, and will consider approaches for him in the summer. The fee is likely to be around £100 million. Chelsea have Rice as one of the priorities on the list of midfielders, which also includes Benfica midfielder Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea believe they can sign both. No Rice move in January, but a summer move is definitely possible. Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea is in the final stages. Chelsea are now very close to signing Enzo Fernandez, and the deal has been described as being in the final stages as things stand. It has moved very quickly since Chelsea officially announced their interest, and there now looks to be no other outcome than the player wearing a blue jersey in January at Stamford Bridge. There seems to be only small details left in the deal. According to Simon Phillips, Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea is now in the final stages. The deal is now entering the final details, and the expectation is that the Benfica midfielder ends up as a Chelsea player. The final fee for the player is expected to be around €130 million. The initial fee will be €120 million, and the other €10 million will be performance-related add-ons. Chelsea chose not to pay the release clause due to financial fair play concerns, so while they may be paying more for the player, it will likely be paid in a much more beneficial structure. Fernandez is one of the three huge midfielders on the market at the moment, and Chelsea still have Declan Rice as a priority even after completing this signing. Benfica wanted to keep the midfielder until the summer, but know they can't turn down a fee of €130 million under any circumstances. The deal is now nearing completion, and Enzo Fernandez is fully expected to be a Chelsea player. Chelsea having positive talks over new N'Golo Kante contract. There has been massive speculation in recent months that N'Golo Kante was set to leave Chelsea in either June or January considering his contract situation. Today's reports are a massive change on that belief. Kante's contract is up in June, and talks before now between the club and his representatives have been largely unsuccessful. There now seems to have been a shift. Progress is now being made between both parties. According to David Ornstein of The Athletic, Chelsea have had positive talks in recent days with N'Golo Kante regarding a new contract. There seems to have finally been a breakthrough. For the last couple of months there have been disagreements over the terms and length of a new contract between the player and club. Chelsea looked at Kante's age and injury record and felt maybe it would be better to allow him to leave on a free in June. It is now looking likely that Kante will extend, which is a huge swing to the belief around the club for the last couple of weeks. The expectation is that Kante will take a wage cut to stay at the club. Chelsea are still interested in bringing in a midfielder in January. They are expected to sign one in January and one in the summer. An unexpected twist in the Kante saga, but one that is likely to be welcomed by the Chelsea faithful.